I've been hearing a lot about how individuals have been celebrating over this COVID-19 thing, and I can't say the official name for obvious reasons. If you're not aware on why I can't say the official name, YouTube finds it that if you make any sort of videos whatsoever addressing this world issue, that they for some reason feel the need to demonetize your stuff, even though videos in which are to the far left of saying, oh, there's nothing wrong going ahead and party on the beach, or on the far right saying, well, if you inhale this in and you're susceptible to choke to death, oh, those videos are good, those are the monetized ones. But the ones that are objective and pragmatic, oh, we gotta demonetize those, oh, we can't. Anyway, I've been seeing how a lot of people have been celebrating over this pandemic, and the reason why they're celebrating this is simple. A lot of individuals think they're really going to come up. No, not come up monetarily, not come up on the stock market, not come up with even reselling stocked items that they bought right before it. No. These individuals think that they're going to come up on you know what, which is what you see in this picture right here. A lot of individuals now feel as if, well, since we have this one incident that's happening, which my heart does go out to individuals who have died, particularly the families, my condolences. And for those who get afflicted with this, you have my wishes on a safe and speedy recovery. But a lot of individuals now think that since we have a pandemic on our hands, that certain individuals who before would ignore them at best and degrade them at worst will now make a complete 180 and submit. Yes, submit. Because apparently that's what this side of YouTube was built on. We didn't build this side to address our side of the story on how we were done wrong by the community as a whole. No, we didn't build this sector in order to tell our side of the story as a counter narrative to the gynocracy and the community on what they wanted to say about a particular group of men, especially thinking men. Oh, no, we didn't make this sector YouTube because a certain other manosphere sector thought that it was in its best interest to put race above their fellow man. Oh no, we didn't make this sector as a way to freely speak about issues that were unique to us culturally. Oh no, we didn't make this sector of YouTube because of just wanting to chop it up and address and exchange ideas and get dudes up to speed where everyone else is. Hell, we didn't even build this sector off of rock and roll or hip hop in this case. We made this sector to get uncouth women to submit, to get women who hated our guts when they were young, then in type to submit. We made this sector because we wanted our we made this sector because we wanted our PPs looked when we were 15 like popsicles, and since we didn't do it, by damn it, look, you gonna respect me? They gonna respect me now since the beer flu. I got all the goods and you don't, and I got the money and you don't, and I got all this and you don't. Yeah, you gonna respect my authority now, huh? Look, I will call the community out on its name, and I'll call a daggle any day of the week. But the difference between myself and others is that, for starters, I am not worried about any sort of daggles or individuals who treated me as such turning around. As a matter of fact, those are the last group of individuals I want to even look my way during any sort of crisis whatsoever. Look, I'm not the kind who's going to save anyone and everyone. I'll watch minds, and by minds meaning people who watched out after me. Anyone else, you're on your own. As they say in the swamp hole where I'm from, oh, I got minds. Well, you know what? That's my attitude. And that has to be your attitude. Because what I'm seeing here is a lot of individuals who care too much. And they still care. They still care whether it's about the acceptance from, well, not so much the community, but mostly getting that acceptance via that validation from that Tatiana. Let's be honest. Most of you are basically still mad because you were denied by Tatiana. You wanted that Tatiana dream and you were constantly denied it. Now, I'm not going to talk down on you completely because guess what? for the most part, I was denied the Tatiana dream. And I'm telling you, as someone who is mostly on your side. Yes, physically, I do not look like a lot of you. And you know how I can tell? A lot of you still haven't cammed up. And isn't it ironic that those individuals talk the most trash, have the most negative energy, and have the most to say about this Tatiana? I'm not even calling her a daggle, because check this out. A lot of individuals are lumping in daggles with women who are just there, alright? I'm not even calling them good or bad. They're women who are just there, just observing. And for the most part, the reason why they're here is just for the attention. I'm just going to tell you it right now. They are not looking for you to save them. They're not looking for you to be a beta bucks. They damn sure aren't looking for you to be an alpha rux. You are not going to get that residual alpha rux. You're not getting some collateral alpha rux treatment because some women who are bored out of their mind are in this sector of YouTube. I swear, a lot of you guys are using this for some dating platform service behind the scenes. And you know what? I will say this. I have yet to receive any sort of solicitation either on my YouTube page or any other form of social media regarding any of these women on this sector. And now a lot of you will use that and say, hey, look, you ain't getting no girls. You ain't getting no digits. What do you speak about women? You can't even get these women to get your attention. No, you lame. You lame, dog. Nah, that's not the issue. I'll tell you what it is. I'm not a sucker. I'm not a sucker like a lot of you. I'm not blinded so much by the hatred of certain women that, one, I'm going to praise another group of women, which I'll address that in another video coming soon. And two, I don't present myself as a lick, as someone who just needs only one Boris Johnson to, at best, be silenced, and at worst, join the minions of white knights. That isn't how I roll. That isn't my code. And these women are smart enough to realize that. I'll give them that much credit. As far as a lot of you all on here, it's sad. It's pathetic. At this time, at this precious time in human history, or maybe not even human, but American history, where we're getting a preview of what the future is holding. Not specifically because of the lack of the economy and beer flu. Everyone's staying from home, well, to a certain degree. But do you all not realize that we are headed towards this as the new normal? Not just because of martial lockdowns and all this other happy horse crap. I'm talking about being a leisure society. Automation, the reduction of jobs, the impending amount of individuals who are going to retire, the amount of individuals who will be able to work from home, telecommute, being digital nomads. This is going to be the new normal. And what do all of you use this for? You don't use all this leisure time that we have in order to work on yourself, to self-improve, whether physically, mentally, financially. We aren't going to use this extra time for that. We're going to use this to talk about the same trash that has been talked about ever since SWP and his simp ass was on here. Is this what this is about? Focusing so much on a certain group of women that you are blind to everything else. You are blind to how you are getting screwed from everyone else. And I'm not saying that everyone else out there is going to get you. They're going to get you. Watch out. They're going to get you. Oh, the man's going to get you. Oh, they're going to get you. No. But you're telling me that this is the worst? You're daggle hunting at this point? We're using all this free time to daggle hunt. To the men who supposedly are dealing with women who are quality stargates. Now, I'm not talking about the SYSBM crowd in this case, so don't try to spread those rumors. So, I got a video for SYSBM. Don't worry, I'll call them out. But this isn't the video. I'm talking about the plain old manosphere guys who are so blinded by their hatred of the daggle. And trust me, I have no love for the daggle on this channel. But they're so blinded that everyone else gets a pass. Everyone else. Including ebony women overseas. Including women outside the race. As long as they got the bodies, right? Right? They can be a single mother, right? As long as they submit. Which we all know what that's code word for. And let's just cut it down to the chase. Submission, all that means is making you sexually select. Making you a sexual alpha. Because if you were the sexual alpha, the select male, particularly in the community, a lot of you wouldn't even be on this manosphere. At best. And if you were one of these burnout alphas, former alphas, you know, the ones who had their heydays back in the 99 and 2000, ya dig, you all would be a manosphere heel. You all would go after the so-called non-select men, the thinking men, educated you know what. So you would be playing that little WWF, WCW role and calling out everyone by their name. That's what this is all about. Well, I didn't come here to play those kind of reindeer games. I'm not here just to focus on the Daggle. Yeah, she needs to be called out. And to be honest, as much as I and others genuinely call them out, not because of some tragic PTSD event that happened in high school or the prom, as much calling out as we do, it's going to have to take the women in order to call the Daggles out. Even if it's just to separate themselves from the Daggles. Which, yeah, I'll say here, the Daggles are the majority of the communitized women. And the non-Daggle women, they need to call this out if this is going to cause any sort of chance in hell, a snowball chance in hell for the communitized women to submit to you. And in my case, you already know where I stand when it comes to dealing with women of the community. And even in that case, I still get respect from those same melanated ebony women. They know where I stand. Yeah, I'm sure they saw me plenty of times since Nobody Sundays with Solo TV 84, amongst other videos I do about finding finding a good Stargate, Pleasanton. Come on, do you think they're that dumb to not realize what those are euphemisms for? Come on. But the ebony female, for the most part, at least the ones who come to my channels, they still show me respect. Now, there are a lot of Daggles who will curse my name. I get it. And I'll say that they're the majority of the community, which is why I say the community's finished. Whether you're a Daggle, whether you're Pookie, or whether you're an educated you-know-what, you can't leave the community, whether because you don't have the money, or you don't have the balls, or you don't have the balls nor the work ethic on what it takes in order to move to a place permanently where you're actually seen as select. But as far as that's concerned, are some of these women coming around the table? Yeah, I'll admit that. So why am I still seeing 8-hour hangouts, huh? Well, what are these 8-hour hangouts for? It seems like the hangouts are averaging to 9 hours. It's increasing, if anything. So where's the submission at that all of you are saying, oh, well, this beer bug is going to make them submit. They're going to make submit my daughter. And they're going to lick my pee-pee. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Why aren't they doing it? Why aren't they? Do it now. Do it now. Make him lick it now. Lick it good. Lick it like, you know, the rest. Yeah, these women might be submitting. But I don't see a lot of guys on the sector, on the manosphere, that they're submitting it to. I mean... Because the men that they're submitting to, even with this change of circumstance, they aren't hanging out here all night talking about what's gonna happen, talking about Daggles, what you gonna do when the paper comes for you. You know what? Tell me this. When these women come around to submit, what are you going to do? That's what we need to ask next. And everyone else out there, always bet on X.